Los Angeles Dodgers and Chicago White Sox make a trade that makes sense for both teams here. Kimbrel going to the Los Angeles Dodgers, and the White Sox getting A.J. Pollock. So right here we know Kenley Jansen left in free agency to go to the Atlanta Braves. And like I mentioned, they needed a closer now. When they get Kimbrel, still one of the better relievers in the league, in my opinion. So last season between Sox and the Cubs for Kimbrel, 59 2/3, 4-5 record, 24 saves, 100 strikeouts, a 2.26 ERA, and an 0.9 whip. So right here, the White Sox, they were heavy in the back of the bullpen, and they were really strong as well. So they traded one of their big strengths here for a hitter that they needed, especially with Andrew Vaughn out a couple weeks here to start the season. So Kimbrel, his fantasy value is going to skyrocket now, not being the closer with the White Sox, with Hendricks and Graveman as the other options, with him now being the man over there in the ninth inning for the Dodgers, who in my opinion are the best team in the major leagues once again. And now the Dodgers trading one of their strengths, where they're loaded at hitter after signing Freddie Freeman up, and they needed a back-end arm like a Kimbrel. So it's a perfect trade. And A.J. Pollock, he's been a good player over the last few seasons, but still a guy who's been injury-prone. So last season, Pollock, a great season with the Dodgers, 21 home runs, 69 RBIs, 53 runs scored, 9 stolen bases, a 297 average, and a good 355 on base. So he'll go to Chicago, where they needed hitting, like I mentioned. He'll probably start in left or right field, or even DH for this team here. And even if Andrew Vaughn does come back, Pollock's still going to be the starter. So in terms of fantasy baseball, Pollock I'm going to target anywhere from probably the 11th to the 15th round range, with a guy who's going to start every day and a guy who put up numbers. Just the only thing, like I mentioned, he's not going to have a lot of protection like he did in Los Angeles, and he's still an outfielder that I think is definitely injury prone, but a guy good for your third outfielder or utility spot. In Kimbrel, he'll be a top 5 closer, in my opinion, going to Los Angeles, where I could see him easily save 35 to 40 games. So a good trade for both teams, in my opinion, with the season amongst us in the next couple days here, with the Dodgers getting Kimbrel where they needed a closer, and the White Sox getting Pollock where they needed another hitter. And we'll see what these two guys do for their new teams entering the 2022 season.